Hello friends, welcome back to the channel Writing Buddha. Today we are going to talk about the book called The Imperfect Deception, written by Shalini Ranjan. So this book also has a tagline which says a slow burn second chance romance, and that's the reason I had picked this book, because the tagline interested me. Otherwise I don't generally pick a love story anymore because I know none of them are perfect. So taking this forward, I would say this is not a very typical love story, but it has many layers into it. You understand the depth of the characters, the situations which makes you take certain decisions in your relationship, and the reason why even after two main characters of this book, like in this situation it is, even when they are in love, they want to get together, but still they can't get together because of certain things, certain aspects, and you would think why so. And that is what Shalini has very nicely spoken in this book about the situations, the circumstances that sometimes makes two people so helpless that even when they want to be together, they can't be together because of certain situations, certain things that have happened in their life. I would say that Shalini has successfully crafted this story, which seems like a marathon that has been divided into several laps, where every another lap is better than the previous one, and your excitement level just never dies because the story has so much to talk about. I would say that the writing prowess of Shalini can be understood from the fact that the book of 264 pages took me just 12 hours to finish, and that too within a single sitting itself. So the kind of page turner feel that she has given to a normal love story can be understood with the kind of twist and turns she keeps on bringing every now and then. Her command over the language is also very appreciable, because generally self-published Indian authors these days do very bad job in editing and writing in English, but Shalini has managed it very well, and the command of her language makes the story and narration more powerful. She has been able to narrate the story where certain flashbacks are brought again in italic font, and you read it, you get excited. There are timeline switches, but your flow of reading never gets impacted. In fact, your reading space gets faster, because now you want to know what will happen now with the current scenario, as the past things have been disclosed, and now you know the challenges of both the characters, what they will be going through from here onwards. The whole reading experience gave me a vibe that I'm watching a web series, because that is how it happens there, that a chapter ends and it ends on a note where you want to know what happens next, and by the time another episode ends, the story is completely changed and now there's a new issue to deal with. So that's how Shalini has written the whole book. After the book ends, you will feel relaxed that okay, now I know everything, but still there would be a pain in your heart that you wanted to read more about both the characters. So that's how powerful author's storytelling skills are, and I would want Shalini to write many such books that can cover so many aspects out of it. I liked how Shalini, even after the main protagonist of the book is a lady and she is going through a lot, she is going through many issues and all of that, but still Shalini never once speaks slowly about men in the book. Neither she tries to give a feminist tone to the book to make it easier for the woke people to write and talk about it, because that is what generally female authors do, because they give a completely feminist tone to their characters, their female characters, and make the book sound very powerful in that sense, and that is how they sell it. But Shalini has not gone over that tactics. Even when book discusses mainly about failed marriages and unloving engaged couple, she tells both sides of the stories and tell both where men and women both are wrong and how they could have protected their relationship. Another very important aspect of a society is parenting, which author has been able to portray very nicely. Why a child needs both father and mother to be nourished in a better way is nicely portrayed in this book. Parental alienation is a very prominent issue in our country, which is not very much talked about, but author here somewhere tries to get into that zone and gives a clarity about why both the parents are necessary and why they are both needed to raise a very good child. Also, through the whole her character management, her storytelling skills, she has been able to make us understand to live unapologetically, even if you have gone through something, rather than pissing yourself into regret and self-pity. You should move on with further challenges and try to see life, what more can it give you in the future. So I'm very happy that Shalini has also been able to give many messages through this story that she is speaking about. Now talking about the drawbacks that I really don't like talking about, but yeah, here it is. I would say this book could have been 20% shorter, because Shalini has again and again tried to tell the reaction or expression of the characters between the conversations and all of that, so you feel like skipping pages in between because you just want to know what another person is going to reply, rather than reading about what they are thinking after saying so and so. So that I think could have been little bit toned down. I would say books publishing quality could have been improved, because the size, font, spacing, everything is very, very small. The book height is also very, very long, so it would be not a very comfortable thing for you to read while you are traveling. So whole feedback for this goes to Blue Rose Publication House, who has published this book. The cover page, I would say, should have been more beautiful, because the book has so many layers into the relationship in the characters that the cover page could have been more brighter and more classier. Again, I would say lastly that pre-climax and climax is very, very dragged, because it wasn't needed to be that lengthy. After a point it starts testing your patience. The story could have been ended 50 pages before that, and I believe Shalini should take care about it. Overall, this is a very nice, exciting read, and because of last 50 pages that I said drags the story, I would have given it 0.25 stars more. But now as of now, the final rating of the book is 3.75 stars out of 5, and I must say that you should definitely try to read this book, as it is going to be a very, very exciting and nice read for you. And yeah, I am looking forward to reading a lot more book from Shalini. Thanks a lot.